Okay, first of all, I'd like to introduce the chair of the Unibrass committee, Rhiann Davies, who's going to say a few words now.
Hello? Hey. It works. Okay. Hi, guys. Wow, that was a very fantastic day. Your performances were really awesome. And it's really nice to see lots of friendly faces, people that have been here since the very first contest, and also to meet some new ones as well. First con. Very nice. Thank you to all the bands for their time and effort in putting, they've obviously put in to put together such fantastic programs. I mean, the stuff you came out with today is obviously taken a lot of hard work. You've done lots of mini concerts in practice for this, and we really appreciate it because your performances were stunning today. So, I've been involved in Unibrass since 2010 when we sort of came up with this crazy idea while sat in the pub of getting all the university bands together. And we're really glad that you actually signed up for it, because without you guys, we wouldn't have a contest today. And you've turned what was a silly idea in the pub to, in my opinion, the highlight of the university brass banding calendar. So well done. Thank you. Okay, so obviously none of this could have happened without the Unibrass committee sat over here. These guys, they put in so much hard work that they've been doing this for such a long time now, all coming down to this weekend. They've been sleeping the lecture theatres last night, so they're doing most of this on very little sleep. And, I mean, they've practically put their degrees on hold to bring you this weekend, so they've done a fantastic job. Every single one of them, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so as fantastic as these 6 people are, obviously it's not just been them 6. There's been loads of people behind the scenes. We thank Olms, the University of Lancaster Music Society, for hosting today's event. And all of the Unibrass volunteers that have been around all day, on these ticket desks and merchandise and shipping bands between rooms. They've done a very good job, so thank you very much to all the volunteers. Thank you. Okay, so some more thank yous to our lovely adjudicators today. We'll be hearing from those later, so I'll let you do lots of applauding for them in a bit. Also to our compere, Max Stannard, who I think I forgot to... I'd also like to thank all the technicians that have been today. Give us a wave, technicians. They've done a fantastic job. LA1 TV are fantastic. I mean, it's given you hours of entertainment, looking at the tweets and drinking every time your tweet appears. So, fun times. I'd also like to thank Ray Payne. Is Ray still around? No, he's probably moved all this stuff. Ray's done an amazing job. If you ever randomly put on a brass band contest, book Ray Payne. He does a brilliant job. And I'd also really like to thank Brass Bands England and Arts Council England for all their support throughout our Unibrass venture. So, moving onwards, the contest has been hosted here at Lancaster for the past 3 years. And we're seeing a bit of a change next year as the contest is going to be hosted by Warwick University. We've been working and talking to the guys at Warwick for quite some time now, and we hope that they're going to bring you a very exciting contest, so more from that in the future. And finally, congratulations just generally all for today. You've brought so much enthusiasm, which is what I think makes this event quite special, your very keen enthusiasm. And I'm looking forward to celebrating tonight with you all in the social. So I'll see you later.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for that. You're a splendid audience, aren't you? You've been great all day. I would like to thank Unibrass for inviting me to work at this fabulous festival for the first time. I think I got the job because we're all Davids, aren't we, today? David Childs, my friend there, and me, and David Ashworth, who was part of the ABBA sort of education system, where he's got to do certain training to be able to join ABBA. So we've had a great day with David. So that's a forward-looking thing by the Unibrass to encourage this sort of participation by student adjudicators, so that's very good. So we've had a terrific contest. My job's been music, but I must admit I kept looking and enjoying what was going on. It's always subjective, but I've been concentrating as though it was a brass band contest on the usual boring bits: tuning, intonation, precision, ensemble and balance, all those things. But it's been some really great playing. There's been a wide spectrum of playing, and also a word of thanks. Come on, I am a Yorkshireman. Yeah. No, in fairness, there were different levels, and that's to be understood. But the congratulations to all players, and also the conductors who put in all this hard work. We know how much hard work goes into the preparation for these programmes. Right, so I'm not going to go into much detail about the playing, but it was nice to see some original works in the music as well. It's always nice. And there was one band who played, or a couple of Eric Ball pieces, which is great because, to show you how old I am, my first professional conductor at Brighouse and Rastrick was Eric Ball in the late 50s, and that was a privilege for me to play under the great man. And it's great to see his music still being used every year at different contests throughout the UK, so that was a nice moment today. And we've had some new ideas and innovations and some great presentations, which David will talk to you about, I'm sure, because David's been doing the visuals and the entertainment value. But what I'd like to say is how lucky you are, you students, to have these facilities at university. When I was at school, I left school to go straight into industry, and we didn't really get much tuition in the colleges then, and so you're very, very lucky. And I'm pleased to see that the youth and also the university students are making best use of this tuition. I have a granddaughter myself who's heavily involved now in the high school, and she's hoping to go on to university. And I tell her how lucky girl she will be to go there, because it's great. The top players at these universities and colleges have teaching, so make the most of it. And finally, I would like to thank David Childs for working together. We've had a great day together. To show the age difference, I remember David's granddad, John. It was an evening at Pontins in... Yes, it was the very first Pontins competition in the 70s, and we had a social evening with David's grandma and granddad there. So we've known the family a long time. Anyway, that's it for now. So thanks very much for all the entertainment and the hospitality, and I'll pass you over now to David. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I've been to a lot of contests as both a player and not so many as an adjudicator, but this style of contest, I could get into this. I think I could do a bit more of it because it's been great fun. There wasn't one band that didn't offer something that was enjoyable to the audience, but my job was to try and put you in some kind of order, and I was actually helped along the way. I was given a criteria by the organisers, which I'll share with members of the audience just so that you know what I was looking for. I had to grade staging and presentation. Some bands did this very well. Some bands came on in a bit of a jumble and didn't present themselves so well, but you know, that's each to their own. I had to grade originality. Now, by originality, I'm thinking innovation in programming. It was great, as David said, to hear some Eric Ball works, but they have been around for a long time, and you just wonder whether, on an event like this, maybe we should be looking to create some new repertoire. For example, if you look at one of the flagship entertainment competitions, the Brass in Concert, they do this every year, and I quite enjoyed some of the bands that offered something different. I also had to grade program content. Well, I've just talked briefly about that there. Arrangements are good, originals are good, but balance is most important. It's no good playing a program full of swing music. It's no good playing a program full of serious music. You have to provide something for everyone because it is subjective, and you have to try and please your audience, and of course in this circumstance the adjudicators as well. Entertainment value was the final criteria on here, and I think that's a collective. The things I've mentioned already, putting them together and seeing how entertaining the whole thing was. I've got to say that the bands that looked as if they were enjoying themselves, the ones that looked like they were having a great time, that really does resonate with your audience, and it makes it far more enjoyable for us as well. A few other final things. We had to give a solo or a feature award, which we've done. And that was really difficult because all the soloists today played very well. But again, as it's an entertainment competition, you can begin to think about things like your communication with the audience. You don't have your head in the part all the way through. Maybe, in fact, those of you that took a chance and did it without music, that'll be rewarded as well. We had to also pick a student conductor. Conducting is a strange one because we can't possibly know the amount of work that you conductors have put into these programs. It's impossible for us to understand that on any given performance. But when you're on stage, we can appreciate what is maybe for the players and what is maybe to make you look good. On occasion, I thought that some of the conductors could have maybe given a bit more thought to the players who were struggling around them rather than how it looked. But that's a small matter. And then we come on to finally, we had to award a march. Well, there was lots of marches played today, and they were all great fun, but that came down purely down to the musical content and how it was delivered in a musical fashion. So hopefully we've given you an overview of what we were looking for today. But before I sit back down and you hear the results, can I thank all of you, every single band, every single conductor. You should be very proud of yourselves, and I too would like to thank my colleague for the day, David. It's been a privilege to work with him. So thank you very much.
Okay, and now we reach the business end of the proceedings. And first of all, the award for Best March, which goes to Manchester University. My little thing now. The next award is for Best Feature, which is shared between the xylophone players from Huddersfield University. And now a new award, the first winner of the award for Best Student Conductor goes to the conductor of Cardiff University. And now the last award before we go on to the placings. The winners of the most entertaining performance went to Huddersfield University. And in third place, taking home the amazing glass trophy. And that award went to York University. In second place, also receiving a fantastic glass trophy, are Manchester University. And the winners of Unibrass 2013, receiving a glass trophy and a big shiny cup, are Huddersfield University. Home. Huddersfield University, if we could have you on stage, please, for a photo. Would the winning band like to go on stage for a photo? Representatives from each band, you may collect your remarks from Rian, who is going to be over there by the door. Huddersfield University, could we have you on stage for a photo, please? I will see everybody else at Unibrass 2014.